showing that calm heads can prevail. But where we have come to, well, the Moroccan fans can't wait for this moment, but it might be a while yet before it happens. The players are not on the park at the moment, bar a few in and around the penalty area from Morocco. The referee waits, it seems, for indication from the general coordinator as to how this match might progress.
Well, the rule says now the referee is no longer in his hands. He has to now wait.
This is the moment again.
Yeah. Now let's look at this. There is a pull. Yeah, of course, you cannot deny that there's a contact there. There's a pull there.
Well, the indication is, would that be a foul outside the 18-yard area? I would suggest a good 99 out of 100 times it's going to be called a foul, and if it's a foul in the penalty area, it is a penalty. That is what the referee has decided, a penalty with only a handful of seconds remaining in added time. There are about 90 seconds remaining in added time, to be fair. So it's not quite the last kick of the game, but it does provide Morocco with an opportunity to finish it up from the penalty mark, potentially. Now, earlier, Senegal had the ball in the back of the net, and it was disallowed because of the contact that Sek made on Hakimi.
Yes. And you can see the outstretched arm that got Hakimi off the way. And in this other action here too, you can also see the outstretched arm of the Senegalese player also pulling the Moroccan player down. So now the question is it decisive enough to have stopped, to have impeded the progression of the player? That is for the referee to decide, and that's why he went to the VAR to check that out.
Well, the respective coaches are on the field of play for now. Regragui and Cho, they're making their way off. The referee is ushering them to the sideline, and they look to be an embrace between Hakimi and Cho. And now Hakimi is looking to keep Regragui away from Cho as they come towards the centre line. Again, Hakimi is looking to try to prove peacemaker, it seems.
The managers have to stay calm. The managers have to keep the players calm.
Well, from a Senegal perspective, the players might feel aggrieved in the sense that they had the ball in the back of the net, it was disallowed, and then they had the clearance. It's been overturned and called as a penalty. You can understand where frustration might build from, but I don't believe the decisions were incorrect. I believe they were spot on.
Neither do I, and that's the advantage we have today of the VAR. It is not as if there was nothing, there was no contact at all.
Now the players are again being called from the park. Senegal are marching off. They're going into the tunnel.
Now that is something I wouldn't advise them to do. Against the directives of the referee. That is something, if they have to go to the tunnel, it has to be a decision that the officials have to take.
This is also not how you want to see an AFCON career potentially end. Sadio Mane stays and chats to a man who's coached at this tournament more than any other, Claude Leroy.
No, this is a shame, because it's been a wonderful tournament and we don't need it to end like this.
Mane in discussions with senior executives. The remainder of his teammates, bar a few, are in the change room already. The Moroccan players are out on the pitch. Sadio Mane, there are appeals for Sadio Mane to keep Senegal on the park, I suspect, and he's calling his players back. He's calling his teammates back.
Well, I will strongly advise caution here, because this is not going to help because of the Senegalese, and furthermore, the penalty has not been scored yet. So you don't know what could happen now.
Edouard Mendy is a great penalty shot stopper. He's a phenomenal goalkeeper. That's Sadio Mane, the man who's got 20 goal contributions across 29 starts at an Africa Cup of Nations, 11 goals, 9 assists, and a man who has started more Africa Cup of Nations games than any other. Pape Thiaw is telling his players to get back onto the park.
No, Sadio Mane started. Sadio Mane asked the players to come back onto the pitch.
And that's leadership.
That's leadership, and not... Sometimes you don't necessarily have to wear the captain's band to be a leader, and that's what is shown here.
Credit, though, to Gana Gueye, to Ismail Assar, and to Abdoulaye Seck. They've remained on this park. They have not left.
Well, this is why Sadio Mane is loved worldwide, because of the intelligence and the ability to stay calm. This is a man who's been through a lot of challenges in his playing career.
Well, he's a man that just continues to remind us of all the incredible things that you can do when you have success. Alhaji Diouf, a word to Sadio Mane. Alhaji Diouf, the first Senegalese player to win African Footballer of the Year. Yeah. Sadio Mane has since won it twice. But this is a man who continues to prove as well, and I think he's going to go and fetch his teammates from the change room.
Yeah, that is...
He continues to inspire, and he continues to remind us that value doesn't lie in titles, it doesn't lie in money, it doesn't lie in applause, it lies in the courage to rise from the humblest beginnings and carry as many people along with you on your way up.
I think Sadio Mane is